Today, Osage 224.5 in first place. Nashua Plainfield right behind at 95 points. So maybe some points here in the finals. A chance for Rankin of Nashua Plainfield to get his team some more points. Central Springs right behind at 131. They've got a wrestler in the third place matchup. Connor Hayfield Ventura at fourth place at 125.5. West Hancock 122.5. West Hancock will probably overcome GHV though with many here in the finals. North Butler, Lake Mills, Forest City, Newman Catholic, Northwood, Kensett, St. Ansgar, North Union, Eagle Grove, Belmont, Clemmy, and Rockford round out our 15 schools that have wrestling here in the top of Iowa Conference. Rankin will wear a black singlet for Nashua Plainfield that says Huskies down the back of it. Of course, the American flag standard with the Nashua Plainfield singlets. And Lake Mills, final singlet for Olden Camp is purple with a bulldog on the side. We are underway here at 106 pounds, our first conference championship of the afternoon.
Two very good kids because they got two very good coaches as well, and both those guys got to rely on a lot of experience in that corner for them. But right away, Olden Camp in on a nice little single leg shot, and there's a 2-point takedown. He hadn't had a takedown on Rankin all year in the first two matches. He scores one right away in the first 15 seconds.
And I would assume that Olden Camp, good move there by Rankin. That's some experience there. I would assume that Olden Camp's probably been watching a lot of film. Of course, all these games or all these matches now live streamed, so you can find plenty of film on your wrestlers when you're trying to find what they do and finding something to help them out.
Absolutely. A 2-0 lead. Now Rankin trying to sit out as they went out of bounds on a good hip toss by Rankin. But now Rankin's going to get a 2-point reversal. He's going to tie this thing up at 2. Minute 15 to go in the first. So now Rankin working on top. And out to that right side, trying to get 2-on-1. He's got a good tight waist ride with that left arm. Getting control of that right side of Olden Camp. Keeping forward pressure, heavy hit pressure on. Now he's working over onto the left side.
53 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Olden Camp tried to quick stand up, but Rankin able to get him back bellied out. So 2-2 score. They're approaching 40 seconds left in this first period. 2-point takedown for Lake Mills and the reversal 2 for Nashua Plainfield. Nashua Plainfield, I believe maybe 5-6 finalists in that team race. We were talking about that. Osage has 8, and Nashua's not too far behind. 29.5 points. They're going to need to probably go perfect and need Osage to lose a few that they shouldn't. But Nashua Plainfield, one of the top teams in Class 1A, ranked number 6. They're number 4 in the dual team rankings. Coach Al Frost has built a solid program over there.
And they came down to them in Osage for the dual championship this year.
And boy, that was one heck of a duel. It came down to the very last match. Osage wound up getting a win and winning that duel by 6 points. But boy, Nashua Plainfield is tough. Rankin holding on. He gets that reversal 2, and that's going to keep it tied at 2 after 1.
We do want to say thanks to a couple of our sponsors in between periods here. MCT Construction, Regional Health Services of Howard County, Farmers State Bank, the Brick Food Center family-owned grocery store, and He's Computer Repair, thanks to our great sponsors.
So Rankin is going to choose to go bottom, but Olden Camp is wanting to start neutral. So Rankin's going to take a 3-2 lead, being led up. So back on her feet where Lake Mills has the only takedown of the match.
Yeah, that's interesting you bring that up because we mentioned before this match, Olden Camp hadn't had a takedown, but he decided to go neutral. And
right away, Rankin gets in on a double leg takedown, and he's found another gears there. And ever since he gave up that first takedown, maybe wasn't quite ready. Yep, Olden Camp came out firing, but Rankin now definitely has that fire under his belly, up by 3, 5-2. And he's working for a power half. Now switching out, working side to side, doing a good job staying on top. He's kind of riding parallel with the hips now. Needs to keep working angle to angle, avoid those stall calls. But
120 remaining in the period.
2 officials on the mat, so 2 of the best in North Iowa, officiating one of the top conference tournaments, I think, in the entire state.
Yeah, other than CIML.
Yep.
Scott Whitehill is the second official here in this one.
I mean, you're talking 29 ranked wrestlers in the top of Iowa Conference, 20 returning state placers, or qualifiers, 16 returning state placers, 2 returning state champs, and 4 returning state finalists. But Still 5-2 right now. Garrett Rankin got the 1-point escape and the 2-point takedown. Or excuse me, Jaden Rankin, younger brother of Garrett.
We'll see Garrett later on.
Rankin just staying tight. Got a tight waist with that left arm, and then staying out to the right side, fighting for hand control. Hasn't really looked for, had the opportunity for a turn because Oldenkamp, a tough kid on bottom. He's not going to make things easy, but hasn't been able to really get the knees underneath of him to build up himself and get an escape. Short time here, approaching 10 seconds left in the second. 5-2 lead for Jaden Rankin of Nashua Plainfield.
And that will bring us to the end of the second period with a 5-2 lead for Jaden Rankin of Nashua Plainfield over Lucas Oldenkamp of Lake Mills. You were talking about all the great stuff in this conference. 8 conference champions from last year are returning to the finals. We will have for you later this afternoon 4 runners-up, so 12 wrestlers that wrestled for a conference championship last year back in the conference finals again this year.
So starting on her feet in the third, Rankin leading by 3. He scored the last takedown of the match. Oldenkamp, he needs to find that extra gear right now. Down to about 90 seconds left in this one, down by 3. Rankin working that front headlock series. Over on the edge of the mat, he'll pressure in and probably go out of bounds here soon.
Yep. He stalemated him. Still had the point of contact inside. Referee will stalemate him and go back to the center with 1:25 remaining in the third period.
That probably helps out Oldenkamp.
Yeah.
Now Oldenkamp in on a single leg again here on the swing single. Now Rankin
fighting off really well.
Going freestyle here, reaching back, grabbing a far ankle. So a big scramble situation now. 1:05 left in this match. Oldenkamp needs some points here, down by 3, but Rankin just great hip control. He's going to score the 2. He's going to hook the ankle. Just when you think you have him, you lose him.
Yeah, Oldenkamp in a lot of trouble now, trailing by 5 with 53 seconds left against a solid wrestler like Jaden Rankin.
Rankin is 43-1. His only loss was to one of the top guys in Class 2A of Crestwood. He lost that match 8-7. So as a freshman, just one loss on the year by 1 point. Now he's got the legs in and getting some near fall.
He's going for bonus points because he knows the team needs bonus points to try to catch Osage. So Rankin doing a nice job. It's not very often that a freshman realizes something like that.
Yep, he's got a 5-point lead. He's got 3 near fall too, so he's holding on to what is basically an 8-point lead. Stalemate's called with 20 seconds. It's 10-2, and you're looking at a major decision right now.
So an extra team point picked up by Rankin of Nashua Plainfield, knowing his team needs as many bonus points as possible to try to catch Osage.
Down by 29.5 points. They're not out of it yet. They need a lot of work. The Huskies do, and Osage with 8 in the finals, and a lot of those guys got to be favored. They'll need a few upsets, and there's only, I think, one head-to-head matchup out of the 2 teams. So short time, though, but it's going to be Rankin.
That'll be it.
Yep, he's going to be your champion.
At 106 pounds, first time winning a conference champion for the freshman. Jaden Rankin is a conference champion in the Top of Iowa Conference.
The 7th conference championship that Nashua Plainfield's had in their career, and they're going to be right back at it. Same 2 schools coming out here at 113 pounds.
Exactly. We go right back to another Lake Mills Nashua Plainfield, though we flip-flop as number 12 in Class 1A, Hayden Helgeson, will be the favorite here at 113 pounds. He has won both meetings so far this season between these two. Same singlets, and we are underway here at 113 pounds.
Yep, the freshman, like you said, ranked number 12 in Class 1A. Has worked his way into those state rankings with consistent wrestling.
Yeah.
He's got a good workout partner, though, too. You got a 106-pounder that's solid. Just iron sharpens iron. That's what I love about this sport. You're only as good as your workout partner. Scrambling right now is Helgeson in deep on the legs. Brazzi for Nashua Plainfield trying to keep them hips up. He's kind of waiting for a stalemate. That's about the only thing that can save him right now. But Brazzi's going to have to bail and give up 2.
And good job by Helgeson to work hard enough to make sure the stalemate wasn't called. Coach Brandenburg there on the side of the mat helping him out. Coach Brandenburg has helped Lake Mills to 6 straight state dual appearances.
they'll have their hands full to get to one this year, but I wouldn't count them out. That's always one team when that purple and gold come into your gym, or you got to go to their gym. You know you're going to fight every single match for 6 minutes, and crazy things have happened.
Yeah.
They go out of bounds, though, here with Helgeson leading 2-0, 52 seconds left in the first. Brazzi goes back to that center of the mat. This Brazzi kid really impresses me, too, as a freshman. And National Plainfield, they got some, a few seniors that are going to be leaving this year's team, but they're still going to be returning a handful of guys, and they got a good freshman class. You got Rankin as a freshman at 106, this Brazzi kid at 113. They're going to lose their 52 and a 38-pounder, a couple of studs there. But, yeah, I wouldn't expect Nashville to go away. Very solid program that Coach Frost has built. But Brazzi's got his hands full with a very good Hayden Helgeson.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, Osage knows this. Osage has been good for wrestling in decades. So you start breeding championships and more kids want to get into wrestling, more kids want to get better, and you just keep bringing them up into the program. Short
time here in the first, 2-0 lead for Hayden Helgeson. And that's a common name over there at Lake Mills. Very good wrestling family.
Some good wrestling at Lake Mills for them.
Helgeson wins the toss. He just goes straight to the bottom. So Hayden up 2-0, feeling comfortable, going on bottom. You see some guys defer a lot to the third, but I like the wrestlers that just know exactly what they want to do.
Daryn Adams of Osage leads Jacob Larson of West Hancock 5-0 in the third place match going on next door. That's in the third period.
Over here, Helgeson right away up to his feet. Brazzi holding on, but he's going to have to think 1, not 2 here because Helgeson's looking for 2 himself. Maybe a stalemate 2. They're going to go out of bounds. They're going to give a 1-point escape to Helgeson. And then out of bounds right after that. So we're on our feet, 3-0 lead. Hayden Helgeson off the whistle. Quick shot there, and that thing was in right as he timed the whistle perfect on that.
He was trying to beat the whistle.
Not a takedown quite yet, though. He gets that low ankle, trying to come out the back door. Minute 15 to go in the second. 3-0 lead for Helgeson of Lake Mills on Brazzi of Nashville Plainfield. Brazzi just scrambling again. Not much he can really do in this situation. Helgeson keeps those hips up. He comes out the back door, comes around for 2. His second takedown of the match to go up 5-0.
One of those things where Helgeson kind of had the takedown before he had the takedown. It just takes time to develop. It can't happen instantly.
And you got to credit him too, just being patient on that because a lot of kids just, they just want to go fast all the time. Sometimes you got to
themselves.
You got to slow your motor down a little bit in wrestling. Stay controlled. Helgeson did just that. And he's in control of this match right now. 5-0, 30 seconds left in the second. If this is college riding time, he's locking up a lot of riding time to get that extra point.
Yeah, he is. And Osage picks up a bonus point right back now as Daryn Adams wins 10-1 over Jacob Larson of West Hancock. So there's a major decision for Osage to help them extend their lead now 31.5 points. Lead over Nashville Plainfield. Of course, Nashville Plainfield will still get some points at the end of this matchup, which is heading towards the end of the second period. It's a 5-0 lead for Helgeson of Lake Mills for Brazzi of Nashville Plainfield. And they will head to the third period. It will be Brazzi's choice. He will go neutral, and they're going to start neutral position. He knows he needs to score and get a lot of points here.
Yeah, he's probably got to do some head hunting here. Set up a shot. He shoots in on a low single, not giving up on it yet, but Helgeson, good hips, stays back in a nice sprawl, and now they're forehead to forehead tied up with one another, and they break loose. Now Helgeson goes to the offensive attack up by 5, shoots in, trying to back out now. Helgeson's got a few more inches of length on him here to help him out with those longer arms. Brazzi, a short 113-pounder. And now Helgeson's going to circle around, hook that ankle for 2, and get his third takedown to go up 7-0.
And now he is looking for some bonus points. 1-point escape as he lets him up. Try to go back after another takedown. We had the same situation last year at 106 and 113 pounds. 106 pounds was a major decision, and so was 113 here in the TIC Championship a year ago. And that's where we're headed again here today, as it's now a 9-1 lead for Helgeson with another takedown over Brazzi of Nashville Plainfield under a minute here in the third period.
Yeah, holding on to that major decision and just in complete control. He let Brazzi up once, then got another takedown. So 4 takedowns in the match for Helgeson. When you're out you're 4-0 on takedowns. The confidence in your head is extremely high. You feel like the only thing you can do to lose that thing is just beat yourself at that point. I don't like that. They're rolling across the back. He had a tilt in there, but it's always scary rolling across your own back. You never know. And Brazzi, there you go. He hits the switch button. Zarren gets a 2-point reversal.
That takes away the major decision for right now from Helgeson, as it's now 9-3 with 20 seconds to go. A 6-point lead for Helgeson, who's on bottom right now with Brazzi.
So Helgeson at this point, you're doing everything you can. You can't get turned here. National Plainfield is very good on top when it comes to looking for cradles and things like that. That's their go-to move. But Helgeson, skilled enough, he's going to get the win.
Yeah, Hayden Helgeson is another first-time conference champion for Lake Mills as he wins. Lake Mills, a winner at 113 pounds, another conference championship for Coach Brandenburg.
The 12th conference champion in the top of Iowa Conference for Lake Mills.
As Lake Mills has been a staple in this conference ever since all these schools came together. The North Iowa Conference, of course, most people know the history by now. North Iowa Conference, Corn Bowl Conference coming together to make the top of Iowa East and West. We are underway at 120 pounds. We're Nashua Plainfield's #1 rated in the state. Garrett Rankin taking on unrated Newman Catholic's Liam Stockberger.
Stockberger ain't no slouch.
No.
He's a sophomore, 33-5, but Garrett Rankin, 45-0, state champion last year. Perfect season as a sophomore, looking to go back-to-back. And Stockberger not giving up here. He made that a hard-earned takedown for Rankin, but Rankin finally gets the 2, and now he's got the Turk in on the edge of the mat. That leg Turk getting major exposure here. He's going to get a full 5 count. Stockberger fighting back to his belly. Rankin is going to let him belly back out, and he's going to cut him here on the edge of the mat.
These two have wrestled earlier this season, and Stockberger was pinned by Rankin. So Rankin pinned Stockberger earlier this year. Stockberger took down Osage's Daryn Adams, who just got a major decision in the third-place matchup in the semifinals to reach the finals here for Newman Catholic.
Yeah, and that was a revenge win for Stockberger. He got pinned by Adams earlier in the season when he was winning that match in the third over the Adams kid. And so he's going to be confident getting the revenge win, but now has his hands full with one of the top guys pound for pound in the state, Garrett Rankin, in on a high crotch, and then finishes that to another takedown to go up 9-2, and then goes right back to that leg Turk. Scoring some near fall and trying to actually get the fall. He's going to switch this off, go with like a butcher right now, get chest to chest. Rankin trying to just get his, third straight championship in the top of Iowa Conference.
Yeah. And Stockberger was fighting really hard on bottom, but just too much. Garrett Rankin is a conference champion again for Nashua Plainfield here at 120 pounds.
And he is just a fun kid to watch. It just shows you how good he is. The kid coming up right now for Osage last year, Tucker Stengel. Yep. He was a conference runner-up, and he got majored by Garrett Rankin. And Stengel was a fourth-place finisher last year, so that shows how good Garrett Rankin is. But Stengel coming up for Osage, trying to increase that team lead as Nashua's cut into that team deficit.
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the fall there. Number 2 in Class 2A, Osage's Tucker Stengel taking on the 7th-rated wrestler in Class 1A, North Butler Clarksville's Tanner Argis here at 126 pounds. Stengel beat Argis by fall earlier this season.
And Zarren, that was a good one. That was the first duel of the year. It was 2-0 Garrett Rankin going to the third. Stengel, 2-0 Stengel going to the third. Stengel went on top in the third, cradled him, and pinned him. So sometimes you look at those falls, you don't really know how close it is. It was a darn close match. So Argis has been thinking about that. That was his first loss of the year, and he wants some revenge here. One of the top guys. Both these guys ranked very high.
30 seconds gone in the first period. Both wrestlers went out of bounds a moment ago, so we go back to center. There's a quick shot by Stengel. And together, another one of those slow-developing moves here. Will grab the ankle and is going to try to kick around to the back for a 2-point takedown.
Argis, though, trying to re-switch, though, not giving up this takedown just easy. Now they're going to square up.
Yeah, they're parallel with each other and back to their feet. So good job by Argis fighting off Tucker Stengel there to avoid going down 2-0. We've wrestled a minute so far. They're tied up again. Argis in on a shot.
Guys getting after it here.
Oh, man,
a couple of sophomores, both of them state placers a year ago. Argis was 5th place in Class 1A.
Argis is a returning conference champion. He won the conference championship at 120 pounds a year ago, now at 26.
Stengel again, we talked about the conference runner-up to Rankin last year.
13. So he bumped 2 classes now to 26. And Stengel has a chance to get Argis to his back. Stengel's got Argis to his back.
He's got that reverse half in there. He's got him stacked up, but Argis fighting this thing off here. Argis trying to get back to his belly, but 15 seconds ago, Stengel being patient, and he's got the fall. Tucker Stengel, just a little hip toss, bumped him over, got that reverse half in there. Argis, not the rematch that he wanted.
No, and
that could have went either way.
Yeah, the North Butler Clarksville fans are a little stunned by how that one went, as Argis gets stuck by Stengel in the championship at 126 pounds, and Tucker Stengel is a first-time conference champion here in the top of Iowa, which is a big deal.
Yeah, I don't know how that impacts. I think that may have locked up the team race for Osage over Nashville Plainfield, getting bonus points there. But Zarren, we talked about this one earlier, 138 pounds
I think this
or 32. This might be the best match.
Yeah, I think this is the best conference championship of the afternoon. We'll see a little bit later on. It is number 3 in Class 2A, Anders Kittleson of Osage, taking on a number 6 in 2A, Forest City's Kellen Moore. Of course, all of our rankings used are those of IAWrestle.com. Used to use the predicament. Of course, that no longer a thing. But, the biggest thing is I think a lot of people have, maybe underestimated Moore a little bit this year. He was out for a long time with injury. Just getting back to that. You see the brace on the right knee. Both wrestlers battling back and forth here.
Yeah, 2 guys that missed a lot of time. Kittleson did not wrestle all of December out with a rib injury. Now he shoots on a low single and just drives in. Kittleson, a very short guy, got a low center of gravity, quick on his feet. He scores 2. And he's going to let Moore up.
Yeah, Moore is out, so it's 2-1. Kittleson here of Osage.
Kittleson was a state runner-up at 113 last year, wrestling for the Crestwood Cadets, and his family relocated over to Mitchell County and wrestling now for Osage.
First time at the top of Iowa Conference for him. He's in on another shot to the right side. He's got Moore suspended. He's trying to get Moore back to the mat. Moore trying to get out of bounds. Moore gets away, and they're going to go out. Good job by Moore fighting that off.
Yes, he did. He got away, keeps this match on his feet.
He's going to readjust that knee brace. Missed a ton of time this season with that injured knee, and talked to him earlier. He just reached his 100th career win as a junior, and he said he's wrestling through pain, but he's, he would rather be wrestling than sitting out.
Absolutely, yep. Yeah, wrestlers, you only get so many matches in your life, so you don't take a single one of them for granted. But Moore gets after some offense here, reaching in on a swing single to go out of bounds with 32 seconds. So 3-2 still. Kittleson of Osage, 1 point advantage, or 1-2, I should say, not 3-2, but 1 point lead.
23 seconds remaining in the period. As Moore both will separate and readjust their headgear.
So Moore 28-1 on the year, Kittleson 21-0. Do you know the one loss for Moore? Zarren, did you see it?
I didn't. I was not there for that one.
Out of
Moore, a
bounds.
state place winner from a year ago. He's a 2-time. You mentioned Kittleson also being at state. He was a 2-time state qualifier. Moore is, but it was a state place winner last year. Has a chance to eventually become a 4-time state qualifier.
That's the ultimate goal for him. And I think these two, they're going to see each other a lot the next 3 weeks. You'll probably see each other at sectionals in the finals and the district in the finals. 2 very good guys that will see each other. The decision goes to Moore. He defers to the third. Kittleson's going to go on bottom. So 2-1 lead right now. Anders Kittleson of Osage leading, going to the second.
And Moore knows he's got a tough ride ahead of him. They're trying to keep Kittleson on the mat. We are underway here in period number 2 with Kittleson of Osage leading Moore of Forest City 2-1. And Kittleson gets out and gets up. So it's now a 3-1 lead for Kittleson of Osage. There's a shot in on the left side of Moore. He's got to get his head out and get back around for 2 more here for Kittleson.
They're trying to whizzer down hard on that right arm. Kittleson got to be patient here. You got a lot of time, minute 35 to go. He'll get that left arm out, try to catch the hip. Moore doing a good little freestyle roll there, scrambling here, and Moore trying to hit the switch.
Yeah, Moore's got a chance for a switch.
Nothing yet here as Moore trying to get a 2 to tie this match. It is close.
Forest City fans are calling for the 2. Referee says no.
Kittleson is just holding on to that left leg right now.
Kittelson's got to keep that left leg. Moore will roll through again. They might go out of bounds, which would be huge for Kittleson. Moore is trying to get the 2 points, and they're going to stalemate.
Stalemate.
They're going to, wow.
Maybe out of bounds or whatever, but stalemate called either way. 1:03 to go in the second. 3-1 lead, wrestling on our feet. Kittleson of Osage with the 1 or 2 point advantage now. But Moore has picked up the intensity here on the feet.
Yeah, Moore a little, I think, took his time to ease into the match, and now is going full bore here in the second period. Less than a minute to wrestle in the second. 3-1 Kittleson of Osage over Moore of Forest City here in the finals of the 132-pound weight class on KIOW and live at KIOW.com and KissCountry987.com. Zarren Egesdal and Nolan Peters with you on the call this evening. Thanks for joining us.
It's always a pleasure doing this every single year in the Top of Iowa Conference Finals, having it on KIOW. And you've talked about some of those sponsors. Big thanks to all their sponsors that help make this thing possible. Moore tries a little throw here. Now Kittleson grabs a leg, trying to pull back Moore. He's got the high single picked up, goes backside trip, and then gets a 2 point takedown. So Kittleson, his second takedown of the match, to go up 5-1, 15 seconds left in the second.
That was a big takedown there for Kittleson, especially because the way Moore was going, he nearly tied it up. So Kittleson separates himself a little bit, but still a lot of time to wrestle here.
Yeah, Kittleson needs a mat return. He's close to being hit for stalling. Time expires, but I guess the clock helps him out there.
Yeah.
He only got a few seconds to work for that mat return, but time expires. 5-1 lead. Moore's going to have his choice, and you ever look at the coaches, they're telling him to go bottom.
Okay. Well, he did try to work that reverse earlier from bottom. Thought maybe they would go neutral, try to get a takedown, and try to get him to his back. I mean, that's a way to score a lot of points. He's down by 4. I guess an escape and a takedown, that's 3. I mean,
potentially dangerous right away off the whistle. Stand up. Kittleson throws in the legs. Moore stands up.
The clock's still running.
Yeah, they need to.
3 seconds ran off that clock.
4 seconds, actually. It should have been 1:55.
And nobody else noticed it.
They did reset it now, so thankfully they put those 4 extra seconds back on.
Goodness.
Kittleson's going to let Moore go. Yeah, every second in this match is going to be worthwhile.
Exactly.
So 5-2. They go out of bounds now as Kittleson was in on a low single shot.
5-2 is the lead for Kittleson of Osage over Kellen Moore of Forest City. Moore's cousin Reese was a conference champion here in the Top of Iowa Conference last season. There's a shot. Both wrestlers back off of it. 1:30 to wrestle here in period number 3.
Now the clock is
stopped. Now the clock's not moving at all.
1:30. Yeah, that's odd. 5-2. Now Coach Jennings has
noticed that. I hope somebody has somebody is having troubles operating the clock here.
Maybe they thought they heard some whistle. I think Matt 2 went out of bounds. They just heard a whistle and stopped the clock. So, and now it's stopped again with 1:20. So I don't know what it is over there with the clock, but these guys have got to wrestle some extra time now.
Yeah.
5-2 though. Anders Kittleson of Osage leading. Anders got an underhook with that left arm. Moore trying to circle back to the center of the mat. Now Moore with a snap down and circle behind, but they go out of bounds with 1:03.
Moore's run out of real estate twice now. And Coach Jennings over talking with our official clockwise, and the Forest City coaches will meet them over there as well. As we've had some major.
I would guess we've wrestled 15 seconds that haven't been ran off.
We
somewhere in there.
The clock didn't stop at first, and then they got to reset. Now the clock got stuck.
I don't know what they can really do to take time off.
I'm not sure they can. Obviously, both coaches, both wrestlers, neither of these wrestlers want to win via something that's not supposed to be like that. Neither coach wants to win that way. You want to win, but you don't want to win that way. And
so they take 14 seconds off the clock. So we were about right, I guess 15. So they take 14 off. So 49 seconds remaining in the match. We're on our feet. So a 3-point lead for Anders Kittleson of Osage. You're on Kellen Moore of Forest City.
132-pound conference championship. Been fun so far. We figured it would be a fun, good matchup. It has been so far. But Moore's got a lot of work to do here in the next 40 seconds.
Only been 2 takedowns this match. Kittleson has them both, and Moore knows he needs to get to work. And at this point, it's one of those head-hunting takedowns if he can get one. A stall warning on Moore as he sprawls back. Now Moore trying to go overhooks in an inside trip, but they go out of bounds with 26 seconds remaining.
5-2. Kittleson of Osage leads Moore of Forest City with 20 seconds remaining here in the third period. The two wrestlers locked up. Moore has got to go here with 17 seconds left. They'll push away from each other. 14 seconds left.
10 seconds remaining. Moore knows he just needs one quick move to the back, but kind of running out of time here. And it's going to be a win right here for Anders Kittleson, 5-2. He's going to be a conference champion. But again, I guarantee you're going to see it next week at sectionals. You're going to see it at districts as well.
Anders Kittleson is a conference champion in the top of Iowa Conference. Kellen Moore is a runner-up for a second year in a row here in the TIC, as Kellen Moore fell last year in the 126-pound championship to Clayton McDonough. Let's get some more of our sponsors in. Thanks to our friends at Heath Computer Repair, Norseman Trucking, Stormy Seeds, Realty One, Group Black Diamond, Agent Chris Gordon, Farmers Trust and Savings Bank of Buffalo Center, Lakota Britt, Lake Mills in Bryceland, Minnesota. We are underway at 138, one of the more stacked fields. Thought maybe there would be a couple of other wrestlers that would wrestle 38 this week, but some bouncing around to other weight classes. It is the number 6 wrestler in 1A, Kellen Smith, against the number 2 wrestler in 1A, Clayton McDonough of Central Springs.
McDonough's got a chance for some history here. He takes in on a low single shot. A 3-time top of Iowa Conference champion. We've never had a 4-timer. We could see 2 by the end of the night. But Kellen Smith does not want that to happen. As Smith in on a leg now. Big scramble here. Kellen Smith, a young stud as sophomore, 41-3 record. Stalemate called as we'll restart here with 1:15 to go in the first.
Smith was also a runner-up in the top of Iowa Conference a year ago at 120 pounds. He last lost to Tanner Argis 4-0 in the 120-pound weight class.
Clayton McDonough now in on a single leg, trying to pick it up and elevate, but hard whizzer down with the right arm by Smith. 50 seconds left in the first, still no score this one. Now McDonough gets an arm out, reaching for a hip, but Smith just a little freestyle move, scrambles, grabs an ankle.
Nothing yet. 39 seconds left in the period.
Probably looking at stalemate. Yep, there it is. 36 seconds to go in the first. No score, and this is a good one here. Kellen Smith, the sophomore, trying to open some eyes.
Yeah, ranked number 6 in 1A. I think he opened some eyes last year. I think last year a lot of people didn't realize how good Kellen Smith was. He proved that by getting down to the state tournament, finishing second in the top of Iowa Conference last year.
6th place finisher at state a year ago at 120.
Yep.
So short time here, 10 seconds. I like, Smith I think this is exactly where he wants this match. If he can get it, tied after 1. And that's going to be 0-0 after 1. Both these guys have been in this situation a lot in their careers. McDonough, a 3-time state placer. Got second as a sophomore, so he knows what it takes to get to that state finals. Trying to go out on top as a senior. McDonough will go bottom and start the second. Smith covers on top. Right away, Clayton controls hands, gets up to his feet, turns in, scores a 1-point escape, and then offense quickly takes a shot attempt, but good reaction by Smith to sprawl back. We're still on our feet. 1-0, Clayton McDonough, Central Springs, the advantage.
1:40, 20 seconds into the second period, 138-pound weight class. There's a shot now by Kellen Smith. He's in on a double leg.
Great double leg. He got in there deep. Now McDonough has to go freestyle here and scramble to grab a back ankle. Gosh, it shows you how good Clayton is. I mean, Smith, that's a takedown on probably so many other wrestlers, but McDonough scrambles out of this one. Still no takedown yet. Smith still might come away with one.
If Smith can get his head out, he'll have a takedown. McDonough still fighting it off. Now McDonough comes around and finds a 2-point takedown.
Yeah, he's got that side-by-side locked in. He's able to sneak in the leg and come behind, reach over. So 3-0 right now, Clayton McDonough. 1 minute left in the second. But the more and more I'm watching this Kellen Smith kid, the more I like him.
Yeah, he is a good kid. Comes from a good family.
1-point escape for Smith. McDonough lets him go, so 3-2 on her feet, or 3-1. I keep getting my scores mixed up, but 3-1, 40 seconds left in the second here at 138-pound championship match.
Both wrestlers on their feet, and our official will ask them to get moving. Travis Pike is our head official for this one, a very good, reputable official here in this area.
Yep, out of Mason City.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good, not only do we have good wrestling in the North Iowa area, we have a lot of good officials too. We have some of the best in the state, absolutely. 3-1, that's our score after 2. Clayton McDonough scored 3 points in that second. Smith got the escape, and Smith is going to go on bottom here in the third, so maybe an escape and a takedown.
That will win it. Or at least give him the lead, I should say. Third period action. Clayton McDonough is less than 2 minutes away from becoming the top of Iowa Conference first ever 4-time conference champion. But he's got his hands full with Kellen Smith of West Hancock right now on the mat.
Yeah, the top of Iowa Conference, founded back in 2015-16 season, stalemate called, so haven't had many opportunities for a 4-timer. But McDonough is a minute 40 away, stalemate called. They'll go back, restart. 140 away, 2-point lead. But Smith has not made it easy.
But also that goes back to how good this conference is. Is that, yeah, we haven't had much time to do so, but also, we're talking 8 years.
Yeah, you've had 6 3-time state, or not 3-time state champs, 3 conference champs. But, nobody's had an opportunity to even go for 4. This is the first time we have seen it. And McDonough, 1:05 to go. He's got the legs in, and now he had a 1 swipe there. No exposure quite yet. He's got those legs across the waist. Smith trying to belly back out, but a wing and far wrist, or near wrist for McDonough. He's in a good spot right now. 50 seconds to go. Now McDonough a little high on the hips.
Yeah.
He's a little off to the side. He'll settle them hips back in, get back on top. 40 seconds to go. Yeah, if Smith can just shuck him loose and swim and catch the head, that could possibly tie this match. But running out of time, 30 seconds remaining.
Of course, his dad in his corner, Jay McDonough, the head coach for Central Springs, cheering him on. We'll see his brother, Bryce McDonough, later on.
Yeah, he's coming up next at 1:45. Stalemate call with 21 seconds to go. 3-1, Clayton McDonough trying to become the first 4-time conference champion. But the sophomore, Kellen Smith, trying to shock the state right now. We have caution on, they're going to call caution on McDonough. His first warning. And we're back to wrestling here. Right away, Smith up to his feet, and he scores a 1-point escape. He needs a takedown. 10 seconds ago, Smith coming after him. No stall warning yet by McDonough. He's backing up. I don't like that, just fleeing the mat there. As 1 stall warning by Smith. He tries a headlock, 3 seconds, and McDonough scores a takedown with 1 second. And the first ever 4-time conference champion, and he puts 4 fingers in the air.
Clayton McDonough is a 4-time conference champion here in the top of Iowa Conference. He was able to run away from Kellen Smith and get himself a conference championship here at 138 pounds. That takes us to 145, but before then, we want to say thank you to our friends at Junkin Gal, your Junkin Boutique, Hancock County Health System in Brick, Garner, Kanawha, Wesley, McCluskey Appliance, McNeese Tire and Automotive, Com One, the local one, Cattleman's at the Club Grill and Steakhouse in Belmont, and Home Lumber and Builders in Mason City. We head to 145 pounds as the referees will switch around. At 145 pounds, it's the number 4 wrestler in Class 1A Central Springs is Bryce McDonough, and he will take on Osage's Max Gass.
McDonough, a 3-time qualifier to state, 5th place last year, first time placing, and he gets a quick takedown on Gost here in the first 20 seconds, a 2-0 lead. Bryce McDonough, a conference champion last year.
Bryce got it done at 138 pounds over Dalton Thorson, 9-2 victory. Thorson now wrestling in college at Waldorf University in Florida City.
McDonough's got the half in off to that right side. Goss is out of bounds, so Bryce trying to suck him back in and then dump him over. The half is in very deep here. Minute 5 to go in this first. Goss, though, comes from a good wrestling family in Osage. His grandfather used to be the head coach of Osage before Jennings became head coach. His dad was a very good wrestler, and now Mack's very good baseball player, but solid wrestler as well. But he's got his hands full. Bryce McDonough, 44-0, perfect on the year.
So good. He has a really good drill partner as well, his brother. I'm sure they don't have a living room coffee table, probably. I'm sure that maybe it's been moved out of the way by now because...
that got thrown away.
Yeah, takedowns in the living room.
Coach Mack needed another weight room or another mat in the house. They probably got him in the living room and family room. 22 seconds to go here in the first. Bryce McDonough looking for a little cheap tilt on Goss. He's got him over. No back points yet. Now a 1 count.
Yeah, Coach
Another
McDonough.
Count. Yep, he's getting some near fall now. Bryce is.
Coach McDonough was, of course, looking for it earlier. That'll be the end of the first period. We'll see the near fall points coming for Bryce McDonough. Yeah, the McDonough household, it's almost like you have to get a takedown on your brother to get to the kitchen to be able to get to the table.
4-0, Bryce with the lead. Goss will have the choice. He will go neutral. Max is really good on his feet, but sometimes when you're really good, you wrestle a guy to your caliber, it makes it it's tough. He likes those double legs. He tries it off the whistle, but then the reshoot by McDonough, going defense to offense right away, goes high C, gets in on the legs, trying to dump Max over. Max is scrambling here. He's going to have to bail and give up the takedown. So 6-0 for Bryce McDonough, trying to join his brother to be a conference champion in 2022.
And Bryce is quite the athlete. He has been at 3 different state events as an athlete. Of course, state wrestling, you mentioned a place winner. He's a state place winner in track and field and cross country as well. He's a distance runner in track and field, a very good one of the best in the area, and a cross country runner for Central Springs as well.
Minute 10 to go in the second, still 6-0 for Bryce McDonough. He's got control of that left arm of Gost, looking for those little cheap tilts. Now he'll work for a half.
Yeah, try to get the half, wasn't enough real estate there.
Puts those long legs in there. That's a nice thing about the McDonoughs too. I mean, they're long and lanky, but they know how to use their length to them.
45 seconds in period 2, 6-0. McDonough, Central Springs. Hitting Gost of Osage. We mentioned the cross country and the track. Of course, Bryce, very well conditioned to go 3 periods in any match he does.
Yep, absolutely. 20 seconds remaining in the second. It's been all Bryce McDonough here at 145 in the finals. Gost trying to build up to his base. But great job by Bryce keeping all that forward pressure, tight waist and controlling wrist. And it's a 6-0 lead. Bryce McDonough going to the third. Bryce will have his choice, and he will go on bottom. Max will go on top for Osage. He's probably going to need a pin to win. Bryce quickly trying to get up to his feet, tripods up, gets up to his base. Goss picks him up and gets a mat return, but right away Bryce hits a switch as soon as they come down. Oh, they say they go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Bryce was just about to have 2 right there on the edge of the mat, but
went out of bounds they go. First, Central Springs fans a little upset with it, but when you lead 6-0 in the third period, not quite as much. If it was much closer, it probably would have been much more of a stink.
Minute 40 to go, and now Goss is going to let McDonough up, so 7-0. Max will try to find another gear here with 90 seconds to go. Bryce staying aggressive, though, offensively, doing the shooting himself. Both guys hand fighting, collar tie, edge of the mat. They break free. They'll walk their way back to the center with minute 10 and counting. 7-0 lead for Bryce McDonough.
The third place match is up to 152 already, where Alex Beatty and Preston Prozac are wrestling against each other. Beatty was a state qualifier a year ago. Now make the finals here at 152.
That just shows you how good. You'll see 152 coming up here soon. We'll talk about the wrestlers that we have there. It's going to be an exciting matchup. I've been waiting for that one for the last month. The rematch at 152. 40 seconds away. Bryce McDonough working for another takedown. Goss, though, fighting this one off, not making it easy for Bryce. Bryce has got a single leg picked up, and now he'll just circle backwards, and Goss will fall down. Bryce covers for the takedown, 9-0. Bryce McDonough 20 seconds away from being a two-time conference champ.
That'll be 6 top of Iowa conference championships between the McDonough brothers.
And that's
a lot of brackets in the household.
Yeah, Central Springs has now won 11 conference championships, and more than half of them coming from the McDonough family. Bryce McDonough gets a win, 9-0.
Back-to-back conference championships. It is the McDonough brothers. Clayton and Bryce McDonough are conference champs for Central Springs. Bryce will throw up the 2 as he picks up the conference championship as well. And as you mentioned, here we go to another exciting one. I was excited for 32. You're excited for 52. It's number 7 in Class 1A, McCade Munn versus number 2 and 2A, Osage's Jace Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas, they got him ranked at 145, but he decided he's going up to 52 the rest of the year, so I don't know where he would come in at the 52 rankings. I'm sure top 5 because he's a third-place finisher last year. But Munn reaches for a high C shot. I'll tell you about their match earlier this year that happened over in Belmont that decided that dual conference championship. Osage winning that one, but McCade Munn was down by 1 late in that match, Zarren, and got a pin. He locked Thomas up in a cradle and pinned him. Thomas, though, scores a first takedown just like he did the first matchup between the two, and now he'll let Munn up to his feet. So 2-1, a minute 20 to go in the first.
Munn was a runner-up last year to Nick Fox at 145. Fox tech-falled Munn in 5 minutes and 32 seconds in the conference championship last year.
Munn last year qualified to state at 145 pounds. He's a 2-time state qualifier here in his senior year, trying to finish on the podium now. 44-5 record. Thomas 34-5. Thomas third place at 138 in Class 2A. Again, wrestling for the Crestwood Cadets, another Cresco kid that comes over to Osage this year. Thomas really one of those reasons why Osage ranked number 2 in 2A with those Cresco boys.
36 seconds left in the first period, and a 2-1 lead right now for Thomas of Osage over Munn of Nashville Plainfield. Both wrestlers still aggressive here with 20 seconds to go. They're fighting hard here at the end of the period. There's a shot. Good defense by Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is really, really good on his feet. Munn, you're going to see he's very good on top. 15 seconds to go in the first. Thomas working this front headlock series. He needs to score some points here late in the match in this first period. Munn reaching for a leg again, but stalemate called with 1 second. That's pretty much going to do it for the first. 2-1 right now.
And that's the end of the first period. We go to period number 2 at 152 pounds. It'll be
Thomas
decision. He defers.
So he goes bottom and.
Oh no.
Yep, he goes.
Coach said defer, and he chose bottom.
Yeah, he's going to go bottom, and this is where Munn is very, very good. He has a good cradle, so if Munn can get this mat return, Thomas is trying to get the escape right away. You're going to see a cradle right away, but nope, Munn has to let him go because he's about to get warned for stalling. So 3-1 right now. Chase Thomas of Osage in front here at 152 pounds. A rematch between two very good wrestlers. Munn now reaches in on a low single shot. He gets in deep. Thomas dumped on his hip right now. Munn needs to keep that forward pressure, keep driving. Thomas grabs a leg here, and now
Munn needs to break that. Thomas, though, both these wrestlers are in position.
Yeah, Thomas, this is where he gets, he's so hard to take down. He's very good on his feet. They go out of bounds with 1:14 in the second.
Yeah, Thomas was looking just to reset back to center. Munn, though, lunges for him but goes out of bounds.
So approaching 1 minute left, halfway through this match at 152 pounds. 3-1 lead. Chase Thomas, he had the takedown. He let Munn up and then got an escape early in the second. Munn will have the choice in the third. And I have a guess on what he'll probably choose. 45 seconds to go. Not really tying up with one another. Now Thomas reaches in for a right underhook. Fighting for hand control with that left arm.
30 seconds remaining in the second period. Thomas still leading. Thomas of Osage leading Munn of National Plainfield.
And now Thomas, this is where he's deadly. He's got good hips, and he catches Munn, gets a takedown, and gets 2 near fall, too.
That's huge with only 20 seconds remaining in the period to now go up 7-1. It's a big difference going to the third period, 3-1, now 7-1.
And sometimes I think that's where Thomas kind of baited Munn into that, letting Munn push into him, and then Thomas, great hips, bumped into him, tossed him over, got a quick 2 near fall, and he's going to take that 6-point lead to the third. And here's where it gets interesting. Nashua, they're going to choose to put Munn on bottom. See, I was thinking they might go on top. He's got a very good cradle, and that's how he pinned Thomas the first time.
Thomas beat Alex Beatty, who we talked about earlier, who is ranked number 8 in 1A and in the 52 semifinals to get here.
Good scramble here. Munn, Granby roll, gets the escape, so 7-2.
Needs 5 points, though.
Yep, 1 move away from tying the match, and always 1 move away from winning in wrestling.
Yeah, we had one in the consolation earlier. It was down 10-2 and ended up getting stuck.
So only takedowns of the match have been scored by Thomas. Minute 30 remaining. Munn, one of those very talented seniors for National Plainfield that they'll be losing at the end of the year. He and Trey Nelson, a couple of studs. Munn getting after it here. Thomas backing up, so keeps doing that. You know he's going to get hit for stalling, but leading by 5. Munn with a shot. Good sprawl by Thomas. Thomas will circle back to the center of the mat. 1:10 to go in the third. Thomas will go back to that right underhook. 1 minute to go. And now Munn in on a double leg shot. Thomas late on getting the hips back. He'll reach back and grab an ankle. Munn needs to keep driving here. Has lost internet for a second. That might not be good if track wrestling completely went down. There we go. We'll hit the refresh button. As Munn trying to come out the back door here. 40 seconds to go in the third. Coming down to the wire just like that dual matchup in Belmont. Munn turns in. Thomas holding on to a leg still, but Thomas is gonna have to probably bail soon because Munn might be able to get a leg turk. 2-point takedown for Munn, so it's 7-4. 20 seconds to go. Munn needs to work for a turn here.
Or is he gonna let him up? I don't think he got enough time to let him up. And
try that near side cradle. Thomas knows that cradle's coming. 10 seconds to go. Munn looking for that near side cradle. Stall warning. They're gonna hit Thomas for stalling. Good call, but it's not going to matter. Chase Thomas is going to be your conference champion at 152.
Ranked number 2 in 2A at 145. Defeats the number 7 wrestler in 1A, McCade Munn. And Chase Thomas is a conference champion in the top of Iowa Conference. We head to 160 pounds, where it is the number 10 wrestler in Class 1A, Kane Zool, against Garner Hayfield Ventura's Michael Oado.
I've been impressed with Oado today. I've watched him wrestle 2 different times, and he just got a high motor on him.
I paused for a moment because Garner Hayfield Ventura going with yellow final singlets.
Never seen that look before, but
made me think for a second. Oado with a win to get in here to the finals. A couple other ranked kids were in this weight class.
Yep, Kane Zool is number 10 in 1A for West Hancock. He's got himself a 2-0 lead here with a minute 20 to go in the first, getting that takedown on Oado. We had 6 ranked guys in 160, but 2 of those guys, or actually 3 of those guys did not wrestle 160 today. Josiah Clement for Northwood Kensett went to 152, and then Bloker and Fox are wrestling 70. So it looked like on paper with the ranked guys could have been a loaded weight. Hasn't really shaped up to that, but nonetheless, we got 2 good kids here in the finals, and Zool on top right now, 2-0.
Zool was able to get a conference championship last year for West Hancock, and he's on his way to one here as he has a 2-0 lead. And this is the only weight class, I'll mention this for this matchup, this is the only weight class that does not include a wrestler from the TIC East.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right.
This is the only weight class with no top of Iowa East matchup. It is West Hancock and Garner Hayfield Ventura, who happen to be some of the biggest rivals there in Hancock County in the top of Iowa West. Zool, we mentioned, a conference champion at 52 last year as he pinned Bloker. Beat him 7-4. Pardon me on that.
Now Zool's getting some more near fall on Oado. He's going to get full exposure here on a kind of a double chicken wing. He's already up 5-0. It's going to make it 8-0 going to the second. Zool just cruise controlling right now.
Yeah,
quick takedown and a couple turns.
Let me make a correction. It was actually Bloker who beat Zool.
McCade Bloker?
Yes.
Yeah, Bloker.
Yeah, Bloker beat Zool 7-4 in the 52 finals last year, so pardon me on that. I had that backwards. Had Zool as the victor.
Yeah, Bloker just as a freshman last year getting it done.
Yep. 8-0 though now for Zool, trying to find that conference championship here with 150 remaining in the second period at 160 pounds, taking on Michael Oado of Garner Hayfield Ventura on bottom in that yellow singlet.
Yeah, it just really throws you off guard. You see GHB out there in the kind of a goldish yellow, good-looking singlet. I like it.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's just,
and there's schools out there you got to to make the finals, you get to wear gold. So
yeah.
That's what GHB is doing here. But Zool in control right now. Got a bar in on that left side, working for that far side wrist. Now he needs to just take his time here. He's going to load this thing up and run it, take it over the shoulder. More exposure coming up for Kane Zool. He's going to get full exposure, but now trying to get the fall.
Trying to get the pin for West Hancock, get them some more team points. West Hancock was trying to catch GHV earlier in the team standings. Pardon me.
GHV, is currently sitting in fourth place right now, but West Hancock might catch him by the end of the night. More near fall for Zool.
Zool trying to get to a tech fall.
Already up 11-0. Now he's trying to go reverse half and just get the pin here.
30
for those
seconds
extra
left.
2 points.
Can Zool find the conference championship? Or will we go to a third period? 22 seconds left. Zool, pressure very heavy. He needs to bring his chest back a little bit and squeeze tight to try to pin Oado. I think he still needs to get his chest back a little bit more.
Short time here, 10 seconds. Oado.
There it is.
Fighting, but not going to fight long enough. Kane Zool, champion.
West Hancock has a conference champion at 160 pounds. It is Kane Zool from West Hancock, the senior. Finished as a runner-up last year as a junior and now is a conference champion at 160 pounds.
170. This is going to be a good one, too, Zarren. You got Nick Fox, ranked number 1 at 160 pounds, but he's wrestling 70. He's still deciding where he wants to go for sectionals next week. If he's 70 for 2A, he's going to be ranked number 1 there. But taking on an unbeaten Drake Tiedemann of Northwood Kens at 39-0, going up against 41-2. The two guys that beat Fox, ranked number 1 in 3A, and then a kid ranked number 1 up in Minnesota.
And Tiedemann was a place winner last year at 160 pounds, now wrestling at 170 pounds.
Fox, a 2-time state runner-up his freshman and sophomore year, goes to a double leg and goes right through Tiedemann, gets the takedown. So 2-0 Nicholas Fox. He had probably one of the best summers of all the guys in this gym right now. As Tiedemann gets a 1-point escape, but Nick Fox wrestling up at Fargo. He got third place in the freestyle in the 16U division, and then a national runner-up in Greco-Roman at 16U. So a heck of a summer for Nicholas Fox, a kid that just lives in the wrestling room. And I know the Fox family, they do have a wrestling mat in their living room. He's got a little brother that's an 8th grader that's going to be a hammer next year, who some say is further ahead than Nicholas was as an 8th grader. So I don't think Nick would admit to that, but we'll see. But
Nick's still the older brother that's going to beat him up, though.
Yeah. Nicholas Fox swings single, now gets in deep on a leg, trying to pick up that single. He'll take Tiedemann back down, being patient. Another takedown for Fox to go up 4-1 on the unbeaten right now, Drake Tiedemann.
With 50 seconds left, and if you get through the top of Iowa conference schedule, the East and the West duel each other all year long, so it's not like, it's been a tough road for Tiedemann, and he's made it all the way through with an undefeated record.
Yeah, and they've Northwood Kensett. They wrestle some dual tournaments, and they go to some big tournaments too, and they get quality opponents for it. So Tiedemann is definitely one of the top guys, ranked number 4 in Class 1A for a reason.
Yep.
But Fox has got to let Tiedemann up to his feet now, so 4-2. Tiedemann's going to have to open up here and get some offense going as Fox back in on another double leg, just so quick. Tiedemann fends it off, though. Can he keep it fended off here in the final 5 seconds? Fox looking to score 2 at the buzzer, and nothing yet. There's 2. Yep, 2-point takedown with 1 second left as time expires, 6-2 in favor of Fox of Osage.
You talked about different color singlets. I'll have to admit, Forest City, when I wrestled, we actually had orange singlets. Red and gray and white school. We had orange singlets, but not on purpose. They ordered new singlets, and instead of coming red, they came orange. And we kept them, and we wore them.
Yeah, man. I like that type of thing.
We kept the orange singlets, and we wore them.
Fox is on bottom to begin the second. Tiedemann covers on top. Tiedemann needs to work for a quick mat return. He'll just dump Fox to his back, just throws him away, and it's going to be a 1-point escape for Fox.
Yeah, he didn't go to cover right away either. He just let him go. 7-2, Fox of Osage leading Tiedemann of Northwood Kensett in the second period with 1:26 to go. Zarren Egesdal and Nolan Peters here with you on KIOW and live at KIOW 98.7KissCountry.com. It's conference wrestling season, baby. 170-pound weight class where we're at right now.
Fox leading 7-2. He's got 3 takedowns this match. Tiedemann just a couple of escapes. But Tiedemann not out of this one yet, down by 5, halfway through the match, 1 minute left in the second.
Fox still has been very aggressive, as you pointed out. Tiedemann not much on offense. It's been all Fox so far offensively.
Fox is back in on another shot, but Tiedemann, good defense here. Sprawls back, keeps them hips heavy. They'll break free and tie up at the center of the mat. 35 seconds remaining in the second. We haven't seen much offense from Tiedemann. He needs to get going here, down by 5, as Fox has been the aggressor. Tiedemann's not making it easy, but Tiedemann's trying to set something up. Now he tries to reach in for an underhook, but now there's a first shot attempt by Tiedemann. Fox
fights it off.
Yep, he's one of those guys, he will let people get on his legs. I would wish he would sprawl back more, but he likes to let people get on his legs.
And use it against him?
Yeah, absolutely. Now
8
those
seconds.
two matches he lost this year, that didn't work. You'd admit to that.
And that'll be the end of period number 2. Fox of Osage is 1 period away from finding a conference championship here. He was the champion a year ago.
145. He also won it as a freshman at 120.
Yep, so a chance to become a 3-time conference champion.
Get caution here on Nick. Nicholas Fox leading 7-2. Osage right now a perfect 3 for 3 in the finals so far. They've locked up that team title. They're 4 straight. But Tiedemann scores a 1-point escape right away.
Yeah.
He didn't get let up there. He earned that one, and now it's 7-3.
Fox got a tech fall in the finals last year, 5 minutes and 32 seconds over Munn of Nashua Plainfield that we saw earlier.
Yeah, Tiedemann, very sound kid. Ranked number 4 in Class 1A. Just a well-built kid, too. I'd say probably outside of wrestling season, he weighs about 195. As Fox back in, deep double leg, picks it up, takes him to the mat softly. A 2-point takedown for Fox to go up 9-2.
With 1:20 remaining. You kind of mentioned Fox wrestling between 60 and 70, 45 last year. Sometimes you don't see those large jumps, but Fox really could wrestle at a lot of different weights.
Yeah, he bumped up. He got big. He goes from 20 to 45 to either 60 or 70, whatever he wants to do next week. It's going to be his choice. But 1 minute left in this match as Tiedemann back up to his feet. 9-4. Osage fans want stalling here on Tiedemann. Now Tiedemann high single. He gets in on the legs. Fox dumped down to a hip. Fox has only been taken down twice, or by 2 different guys this year. Both of them beat him. But Tiedemann in a great spot here with 35 seconds, but stalemate. Oh, he
stalemated him up.
Not sure Tiedemann wanted to see that. He got in deep on that leg.
Yeah, and you mentioned Fox. Yeah, Fox getting bigger, but not by those cheeseburgers. He's getting bigger in the weight room. You can see
that New Haven beef. That New Haven beef is very good.
Yes.
But yeah, he likes to eat iron. So another takedown for Nicholas Fox. That'll put him up. I think is that a major or no? He's up 11-4.
11-4.
So a 7-point lead.
Yep.
He's going to let Tiedemann up. He's going to work for a major. Now it makes it 11-5. 15 seconds to go.
He knows team points. He doesn't know that the conference championship's already locked up. Maybe he does, but always looking for bonus points.
That's what's really helped Osage in the traditional tournament at state the last few years. Is Fox working for a last-second takedown. He's not going to get it.
That's it.
But he is a 3-time conference champ.
3-time conference champion from Osage, Nick Fox, here at 170 pounds. Won at 45 last year, and now a champion at 170 pounds for the Osage Green Devils. Another championship for Osage. We head to 182 pounds, and one of the weight classes where we don't see ranked kids, as North Butler Clarksville's Logan Ott will take on Nashua Plainfield's Tate White.
Yeah, Logan Ott knocked off the 1 seed. Yep. Tyler Mills of Northwood Kensett in the semifinals, a 1-point win for Ott. So I always say you knock off the 1 seed, you turn into the 1 seed.
Absolutely. Tyler Mills 6-4. Mills thought he had a buzzer beating 2-point takedown, but the officials disagreed, and he moved on to is going to wrestle in the 3rd place. Our championship bouts have now passed our 3rd place bouts, or are still at 170. We're at 182 here on our championship bouts.
Yeah, when you get that pin that we saw, what weight was it at 60 with Zool?
Yeah,
you get those pins in the finals. You don't see them too often, but
only 2 last year. There was 2 pins last year in the tech fall.
Yeah, so we've already seen 2 pins already, to my count.
Yep, Matthew Francis, who has a chance to win another championship a little bit later on, found a fall at 95, and then, of course, probably the best wrestler, one of the best wrestlers in this building, Chet Buss, a fall at 285.
Tate White with a takedown and getting Logan Ott to his back. Getting near fall, 55 seconds, so a lot of time here, and Tate White might have him.
He's got to squeeze tight. Good scramble there for Ott, as he was able to fish his way out of his back. Just needed to hold tight was Tate White, but just couldn't quite hold him. Back up to their feet. 5-0 is the lead for White of Nashua Plainfield over Ott of North Butler Clarksville. 20 seconds remain in period number 1. They will go out of bounds here at 182 pounds. 17 seconds remain in the first period. We have flown through these conference finals here on KIOW. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got still some great wrestling to come. It's been an amazing day here at the TIC Conference Championship. Second year in a row that we've video streamed all 4 mats, wall to wall, all day long. Have not missed a match today.
5-0 still here for Tate White as he's got the legs in on Ott, trying to get a turn. Ott trying to turn in and get White loose, but the time expires. Yep.
Yeah, Ott had a really good chance there. He just runs out of time. And we will head to our second period. It'll be Ott's choice. He will go down. White from Nashua Plainfield will go on top as we get set for the second period. 5-0. The lead for White of Nashua Plainfield over Ott of North Butler Clarksville. White singlets for North Butler Clarksville here in the finals. We've seen those with all their wrestlers, and of course Nashua Plainfield, those standard black singlets. Huskies down the backside with the American flag, always standard in the back of the Nashua Plainfield singlets.
Tate Ott, just a sophomore, one of those young studs here for Coach Frost's team. Ott tries to sit out. White staying right there with him, and now he's got a half in. Yeah. He's got a lot of time to work with on this one. This might be it.
Tight this time. Can't quite get it yet. There it is. He had him stuck that time as Ott will celebrate, White. Tate White of Nashua Plainfield will clap and celebrate. He is a conference champion in the top of Iowa Conference at 182 pounds.
Yep, them upper weights. You talk about Nashua Plainfield always having young, small guys, but Tate White showing that he can carry the torch at those upper weights.
Upper weights. 95 we go into the conference championship. At 95 will be the number 10 wrestler in Class 1A, Colbin Muller of North Butler, Clarksville, and he will take on the number 12 wrestler in Class 2A. It's Osage's Cole Jeffries.
Yeah, Miller, one of those guys that's kind of bounce around between 82 and 95. And very good kid, state placer, I believe, a year ago for NBC, if I remember right. No, he's did not go to state last year. But
he's been ranked all year.
Yep, he's been ranked all year. Number 6, or 5, 10, geez, whatever. I'll get a number right eventually. Jeffries in on a single leg.
You say them all between 1 and 12, you'll get there.
Yeah, eventually. Jeffries is going to scramble, get 2 here, but he gets bucked loose a little bit. Colbin Miller now looking for a chance to get reversal 2 to tie.
He keeps him in, and he has a chance to put him to his back.
Yep, he catches the head, too. He gets that reverse half in there. Colbin Miller's got Jeffries
there it is.
Stuck. Back-to-back pins.
Colbin Muller comes and sticks Jeffries at 195 pounds, and Colbin Miller is a conference champion in the top of Iowa for North Butler Clarksville.
And I didn't see that coming. Only lasted 39 seconds.
Wow, that was
Miller went to work.
One.
Gave up the takedown, but got the reversal too. And always call that head hunt when you're taking a guy down to the mat. You do some head hunting. He caught that reverse half and got the pin.
And we head to 220 pounds. It is Matthew Francis, the all-time leader in career wins inside a West Hancock singlet. Over 160 career wins, a conference champion for Matthew Francis. And is said to be the best 220-pounder in Class 1A this season. Number 1 ranked, taking on number 4 in 2A, Barrett Muller of Osage. This is going to be a fun one, too. It should.
I believe, Francis definitely ranked number 1 at 220 and 1A. Kid's a monster. And he pinned Muller earlier this year at the Newman Catholic duel. But Muller almost took him down. And Francis just stayed patient like he always does, like good wrestlers do, and wound up getting the takedown himself and locked up a cradle and got the pin. So out of bounds here, 20 seconds in.
Yeah, and Francis is honestly, he's really patient in everything he does. He's a 2-time football state champion with the Eagles as a sophomore and a senior this past year. Was their running back, or their fullback they call it, but
running back at West Hancock.
Running back at West Hancock is a fullback for most teams.
Francis trying to take Muller down, but they go out of bounds here with 1:16 to go. He had that high single picked up, but Muller able to fight away. We're back to her feet here. No score in this one.
1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in the first period. Muller of Osage.
Muller he hasn't qualified to state, but last year in the state duels versus Cresco, he knocked off a guy that wound up finishing 3rd at 220 pounds, and he just not only beat him in the state duels, he worked him. It was like 7-2. So, but Ott is definitely, or not Ott, Francis, not one of those type of guys.
No.
He goes swing single, Muller trying to whizzer down heavy, and Francis, this is where you talk about the patience.
Yeah.
Knowing where he's at. Trying to get that arm free, he does, and scores the takedown. And now he catches that left arm of Muller pinned behind his back, too. So we see if he can use that against Barrett.
He's only got 20 seconds to do so, though, here in the first period.
15 seconds now. Francis trying to dig out the arms, stretch it across the back. He'll go wing, now hard cross face. Short time, 5 seconds. And Muller will get to the second period in this matchup with Francis, but trailing 2-0.
Yeah, and this is where Francis pinned Keaton Muller a year ago at 195 in 3 minutes and 40 seconds here in the second period, just before they got to the third period for Francis to pick up the conference championship over Keaton Muller of Osage last year.
Cousin of Barrett. A lot of Mullers in Osage. There's more coming, too.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Minute 50 to go, wrestling on her feet in the second.
Colin Muller was also in the finals a year ago at 70.
Yep, he's wrestling at Nyack for the Trojans.
Coach Kelly, that's a West Hancock guy there. Head coach for Nyack is Coach Kelly. His son, Cole Kelly, a conference champion for West Hancock last year in this very weight class here at 220 pounds.
I think they named the Kelly because of the Kelly family. And that the Kelly move even got, they started calling that down in Kansas too. So I just wonder if everybody knows how good that Kelly family is.
Yeah. A lot of Kelly's wrestlers.
Francis trying to jack up an underhook. Muller, though, trying to go overhooks and look for a toss himself. They do go out of bounds. 1:14 to go in the second. 12-0. Or 2-0. It's been a long day. I cannot say a single number right here, Zarren.
It has been a long day of wrestling coverage here on KIOW and 98.7 KissCountry.com. We got two more. Well, this one and then one more for you, and we are going to stay right here with you through the end of it.
Francis now in on that high single leg again. He's got Muller in a bad spot here, and Francis will score the two with 48 seconds to go in the second. 4-0. Matthew Francis looking for another conference championship in his storied career for the West Hancock Eagles. Yeah,
and he's got more on his mind this year than a conference championship. Not 100%. I'm sure he's wasn't 100% impressed with last year.
1 point escape, third place a year ago as a junior. I remember him as a freshman, and I just remember people saying this kid is going to be just a beast at whatever he does, and he's lived up to that potential.
And as we come to the end of the second period, his coach, head coach Mark Sanger, is both the football coach and the wrestling coach here at West Hancock. He was a state champion himself in wrestling for the Eagles.
We go to the third. It's 4-1. Francis will go bottom to start the third. Muller covers on top. It's the first time we've seen Francis on bottom in a match. Francis looking for the Peterson. But nope, he'll stand up. Score the 1 point escape, so 5-1. Matthew Francis leading Barrett Muller here in the 220 championship match.
Yeah, you're talking about the Kellys. So Pat Kelly was a two-time state champion. Mike Kelly was a state champion in 1986. Jeff Kelly was also a two-time state champion there for West Hancock. A lot of Kellys run deep.
And now Francis in on a leg. He'll cut it to a double leg on Muller, get another takedown, 7-1. Matthew Francis, minute 15 away, being the king at 220 pounds in 2022.
7-1, as you mentioned, that lead for Francis lets Muller up. So 7-2 now the lead with 1 minute remaining here in the third period. I mentioned Francis, very impressive as the all-time wins leader here at West Hancock. Picked up that earlier this week, 160th career win. Now, obviously, has surpassed that, has a chance to get to 170 wins with, of course, districts and sectionals and state. A lot of matches still to be wrestled.
Yep. Barrett Muller trying to cut a double leg himself, trying to get hips up there. Not two yet. Oh, they're going to give him two.
On the edge of the mat. It's only a 3-point match here with 33 seconds left, so Muller still going here for Osage.
Muller ranked high in Class 2A, trying to make a name of himself. He's definitely got a high ceiling for next year, too. But
IAA's got him at number 4 in Class 2A. There's a reversal.
Francis just hits a switch, and man, it is good. 9-4. Matthew Francis, 20 seconds away. With one more match coming up here on the finals on that one. They might try to catch up and do some third place on that one. We'll see later. But 5 seconds. Francis, will he let Muller up, or he'll return him again?
And that is going to be it. Matthew Francis is a conference champion for West Hancock at 220 pounds with a 9-4 victory.
So now we go to 285 pounds and probably the best pound-for-pound wrestler in the top of Iowa Conference. Chet Buss, wrestling 285 pounds. He is signed to go wrestle at Northern Iowa next year for Doug Schwab and the Panther Train.
Yeah, they picked up a lot of good kids, a few Fort Dodge kids. Brody Teskey, who originally went to Penn State. Now he's with the Panthers. Drew Bennett from Fort Dodge was with the Panthers for a while. He's left now, and he's wrestling for the number 2 ranked team in the country in Iowa. Cade Lara, another Fort Dodge, another Iowa kid there for Coach Schwab at UNI. 285 pounds. It is Chet Buss, the 2-time defending champion in the state at Class 1A at 285 pounds. Has a chance to become the top of Iowa Conference.
Second four-timer.
Second today, second all-time, 4-time conference champion if he wins today. And I know Buss will obviously be a heavy favorite, become a 3-time Iowa High School state champion at 285 pounds.
Taking on Mack Muller of Osage, another Muller boy, a sophomore. In the starting lineup, Mack missed a couple of weeks early in the season. If you're watching the video stream, you see that big knee brace. Hurt his knee in the, I believe it was the Gardner-Hayfield-Ventura football game. So he missed some time, and he got his hands full here with the very talented Chet Buss. Buss probably could be, maybe wrestling for his 4th state championship, but he got caught his freshman year at districts in that first round. Then he didn't get the true wrestle back and finished 3rd at districts and didn't qualify to state as a freshman. Otherwise, who knows? He might have been able to go all the way there. 30 seconds left in the first. No score here at 285. Chet Buss, well-built 285 guy. He's fast, too. He snaps down Big Mac and comes around for 2. So strong with the upper body strength. Gets 2. 10 seconds left in the first.
And, yeah, that's a win to get out of the first period with Chet Buss. Not many wrestlers this season have made it out of the first period with Chet Buss this year. All of his wins via forfeit or by fall. And most of them earlier this year, now he's had some other matches, but earlier this year he had 20 wins, 13 of them by pin, the other 7 were by forfeit, and 12 of those 13 were all first period pins.
Yeah, he doesn't
mess around.
He's not a catch and release type wrestler.
No. He had a conference championship last year, and he won that in a minute and 48 seconds. So he's like, a minute 48, let's just get the win before we get that second period. Let's get this day over, as he pinned Trevor Cruzy of North Union, a program that a few years ago had like 2 kids, 3 or 4 kids in the program, and now they fill almost the full class.
Yeah, the numbers are growing in the top of Iowa Conference. A lot of teams, Osage and Nashville are the only 2 that had all 14 weight classes filled today. But a lot of teams with double-digit guys, and you like seeing that. These are some small conference or small, school teams in this conference, but still 2-0 here, wrestling on our feet in the second. Haven't seen much action here. 1 minute into the second. Chet Buss trying to do that snap down on Big Mac again. Now he'll pick up a single leg, pull Mack into the mat, and get the takedown. And Mack goes down hard. Actually, Chet Buss kind of busted up his nose here. He's got a bloody nose, so we'll start blood time on Chet Buss.
And this will give us the chance to talk more about our sponsors. Of course, we're going to talk about everybody throughout this broadcast. Comet Bull in Charles City, Linnon Electric in Mason City, Osage Co-op Elevator, the Good Shepherd Health Center in Mason City, Furniture Mattress Outlet in Mason City, Viafield, Chatfield Towing in Floyd. We got Daniels Auto Collision Center. Also, we got Peterson. Peterson, or do they go Peterson or Pedersen? Plumbing and Heating in Nashua.
Oh, Pedersen, yep.
Pedersen Plumbing and Heating in Nashua. North Iowa Orthodontics. Edward Jones, Jeremy Heyer, Larson Manufacturing. The Cobbler Shop in Britt. First State Bank in Nashua. The Mitchell County Fair. Johnson Heating and Air Conditioning. JB Electric in Osage. Home Trust and Savings Bank is located in Osage. CG Public Health in Mason City, and all throughout Cerro Gordo County. Farm Bureau financial agent Brian Putney, right here in St. Ansgar, representing St. Ansgar Farm Mutual Insurance. That's TJ Crandall in Osage. Clear Lake Bank and Trust in Clear Lake and Mason City. WCTA in Lake Mills. Larson's Hardware Hank. Forest City Ford and Mason City Ford Chrysler. Also good friends. Hearing Associates. FCIS Insurance. Garner Dental Group on State Street. And Garner, the BBG, the Britt Bar and Grill. There in Britt. First Aid Bank of Britt and Woden Stellar Industries in Garner and Kanawha. Ewing Funeral Home and Monuments. That's in Britt, Kanawha, Clarion, Belmont, and Dow's. And Hancock County Co-op Oil. Town Marts in Garner, Clemmy, Ventura, and Belmont. Blood time has concluded. We are back to wrestling. Of course, we will talk about all the rest of our great sponsors as we close out today's broadcast. Here at 285 pounds, we've been through 13 weight classes. We are in the 14th and final weight class here, vying for a Top of Iowa Conference Championship in St. Ansgar this afternoon. 285 pounds, 4-0 lead for the two-time defending Class 1A state champion Chet Buss. Taking on Mack Muller of Osage. Second period, 23 seconds remain in the second period. There's looked like Buss was trying to, he's got the arm around the back, was looking for a hard crossface. He's got Muller's arm extended all the way across the back and just doing whatever he can to try to find leverage.
Short time here, less than 5 seconds, and looks like it's going to be 4-0. Yep, 4-0 going to the third. Buss will have the choice, and he will go bottom.
Here's your assignment for next year. We want to know how many former state champions are coaching. There is a ton of former state champions that are coaching here in the TIC West.
Okay, TIC West. I thought you were talking about the entire state. Like, geez, I'll spend all weekend doing that.
No, not just in the TIC West, who I misspoke there. In the TIC in general.
2-point reversal for Chet Buss to start the third.
I know quite a few, definitely. Yeah, 6-0 is the lead now for Chet Buss over Mack Muller of Osage.
Well, no, one of them who is not, Brent Jennings didn't even place at state.
Oh.
Head coach for the Green Devils.
Just call him out.
Yeah, no, Jennings is a great guy. Very good advocate for wrestling in this conference. So.
And honestly, he's a good guy all around in general. I don't know him personally too well, but I know when the COVID-19 pandemic first started, Coach Jennings, what did he do when schools were shut down? He started helping making face shields and teaching people how to make face shields for, I'm sure, healthcare and first responders. I know Osage got a medical center there, and I'm sure that some of those went to that. So Coach Jennings just all around a nice guy.
Yeah, he'll give you the shirt off his back. Chet Buss now will roll Mack Muller over, looking for the fall. 55 seconds. Mack low, fighting back to his belly for a second, and then Chet Buss puts that reverse half in. Mack, though, back to his belly. So, too near fall for Buss. He'll go up 8-0. But, man, if I would think if Mack can just survive and go 6 minutes with this dude, he's still got 30 seconds to go. And now Buss working on a bar here. He'll take, Muller rolls to his belly, so no near fall, less than 25 seconds to go. Mack trying to go all 6 minutes with a potential 4-time state champ.
Yeah.
Or 3-time.
3-time state champ. Could have been a 4-time state champ. But, yeah, Chet Buss, he might be disappointed with this result at the end, obviously being a 4-time conference champion. And he is. He kind of threw his hand up in the air. I think he's a little disappointed. That's how good Chet Buss is if he doesn't pin you in the conference championship, he is he shakes his head.
Yeah.
Chet Buss is frustrated. He shakes his head and throws his leg band just as if he lost in the conference championship. Chet Buss is a 4-time conference champion. He's upset for North Butler Clarksville, but congratulations to Chet Buss. It is incredible